how do you go about, since you do a lot of acoustic playing, how do you go about achieving the tone that you desire on an acoustic mic? In other words, a stage mic, a microphone that would normally just be there for someone to sing.
This is a very good question, and it's involves a lot of changes and a lot of study and a lot of experimenting on my part. Microphones that sound the best for harmonica tend to be ribbon microphones. The Bayer company makes a M160 double ribbon mic, which sounds great for acoustic harmonica. Microphones that sound moderately good tend to be dynamic microphones, your SM57, your SM58, these type of things. Microphones that tend to sound worse, the worst mics for playing an acoustic harmonica, tend to be the condenser microphones. Most people that have spent time recording it agree about that. For me personally, what the problem is that I've been currently over the last number of years working hard at trying to impersonate a vocalist. So I am singing and playing into the same harmonica, and I have very little volume. I have a very muffled voice, at least I think so. And so what happens is, if the microphone is EQ'd differently, if it's EQ'd darker, if the bright treble is rolled off, then when I'm trying to sing and talk, it sounds like this. And there's no clarity whatsoever in my voice, and that's a really big problem. So when I'm on stage, I have to make sure that the sound man does not try to EQ for harmonica, because then he'll kill me when I try to sing. I have to make sure that the mic is, if anything, flat, or sometimes even a little bit brighter. And this way, when I'm singing, that comes through. So now here lies a problem that I have a theory. I feel like that the one thing the harmonica is perfectly well suited for, that everybody can do, it's very easy to do, and it's perfectly well suited for, is getting a small, thin, bright, piercing, cutting tone. And you certainly don't want to have go on stage, play through a PA, through a microphone that might be EQ'd, adjusted for singing, for vocals, and then play something harsh and piercing and literally slash the heads off of everybody standing in front of the PA. You have to be very careful about that. So I am very sensitive to what it is that I'm doing with my hands, because I am trying to mellow that sharp, raspy edge of the harmonica, and I'm trying to get the beefiest sound possible, so that when I sing, then the microphone is going to, have that trebly quality to it. There's many ways to hold the harmonica and do it very successfully. Where I'm at right now is I try to hold it in a way that I have a very small but tight cup below the very lowest holes of the harmonica, and I'm trying to expose as much of the harmonica on the high end as possible. And what happens is I find that the trebly raspiness is really suppressed, and the fundamental, the beef, is exaggerated, and between playing and then me trying to sing, it's a real good balance of being able to get some crispness and clarity out of my voice, and then still be able to not injure people, not shred people's eardrums with the brightness of the harmonica.
Let me grab a microphone so that they can get an idea of where you would place yourself.
Right now, currently, what I try to do is I'm trying to play with the microphone more over here. So this way, I'm letting out plenty of sound out of the end of the harmonica, but not. I'm squashing the high end. I'm squashing the trebly quality of the harmonica. What you've got to be careful with is that if you cover up too much of the harmonica like this with more of a full cup, then you're cutting down the volume, and you have to be careful that people are not going to be able to hear you when you're doing this, and then you go to sing and you're too loud. So it's a matter of getting a balance between your singing voice and how you're playing harmonica. And right now, this is kind of where I'm at. If I play where I'm not using both hands, and I do this a lot on certain tunes, I will generally hold it in a way where I'm covering up the whole back of the harmonica. So I'm trying to minimize that trebly bite so that I'm not killing people